Okay. Hi everyone. This is KURA here. We're doing this revealed live stream for the first time. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna break down my track Bounce, just released recently on Revealed. It's doing very well on the charts, number 18 in only 2 days. So we're very happy about it, and we decided, you know, to do this first live stream on Revealed's Facebook page to show you a little bit inside the project. So if you guys have, you know, a couple of questions for me about the drums, about the drop, what kind of plugins did I use, you know, anything that you want to know, you know, please shoot the questions in the comment section. Don't forget to share the live stream so other people can see what we're doing here. And yeah, overall just very happy to be here to do this with you guys. Thanks once again to the Real team and Harwell for letting me do this, and to the, you know, amazing support on my music. So anyway, also don't forget another thing: when you buy the track on Beatport, please save the receipt, because we're gonna give away tomorrow, for those who bought the track and have the receipt. We're gonna give a very special edit I'm gonna show you later. You know, kind of a jungle vibe with kind of a hard style influence to it. It's not really hard style, but it has influences. So yeah, it's gonna be out for free for those who bought the track. So anyway, let's start breaking down the track. I will try to show you here, and I'm gonna check also some of your questions. Okay, so here basically here's the project. I'm also, you know, checking all of you guys, you know, all of the questions that you guys are making here. So very basically, let's start with the intro. It starts like this, very simple. So basically what I'm using here is, you know, some kind of stock sounds that I use for myself. This is just a simple bass layered with this. This is sound that I bounced because, you know, it was taking too much space. I'm using actually 136 channels, which is quite a lot. So sometimes I have to bounce stuff, otherwise my computer is going to crash. And yeah, further on, I'm using my typical trademark snares, as some of you might know. I'm going to show you here. It's something like this. So yeah, basically this is what I'm using for the intro. It's very basic stuff. We have also here a couple of synths. For those, we're using Serum. I don't know if you guys know Serum. It's from Xfair. From the developer is Steve Duda, which is deadmau5 buddy. And actually the drop synth, I'm using Serum as my you know, main lead sound. And after this we go straight to the breakdown. Sorry. So the breakdown is goes something like this. yeah, this is the first break. Is very short break. Normally I do this because you wanna have a shorter break in the beginning, so you can when you're playing live, and if people don't recognize the track instantly, it's easier to play. It's faster. Then you can move on to the drop with something with more energy, and then you present the melody on the second breakdown, which is what I do in in my latest releases. So yeah, just gonna show you how I made it. Very simple stuff. Keep in mind, sometimes the rule is actually less is more, and here I did a little bit of that. So basically, I'm using this kind of African kalimba sound. Also this sound right here. These are some snares by Nexus. It's a pack by Nexus, which basically is an ethno pack, which has a lot of organic instruments, and these snares are very cinematic kind of snares, and gives a different vibe. And I also added a reverb, and I boosted a lot of the high frequencies because it was something very not interesting, so I had to push it a lot, so it looks like this. So making a big difference. Then I'm using, of course, this synth right here is also by Nexus, using again the Space Designer. Space Designer is from Logic. I use this a lot. It's an amazing plugin. Gives you a very nice vibe, and yeah, and usually affects the sound in a big way. Right here, you can see without the Space Designer and with. So it gives a lot of character to the sound, and I use it oftenly. And what happens is I'm using quite a lot of layers here. This is a riser, and this is a riser also. This is a bass riser, which keeps rising from here. I don't know if you guys can hear it because it's mostly low frequencies. You're probably not gonna hear. And what do we have more? We have the bounce vocal. Which it kind of gives the character to the track. So altogether it sounds like this. So yeah, we came to the part of the main drop. I'm gonna show you guys how I made it. We're actually 1,000 viewers right now for the first streaming, which is very good. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm seeing a lot of people commenting. Please let me know if you have any questions about plugins, about EQ, about anything I use in particular. Just let me know. I'm gonna keep going and show you guys what I use for the drop. First of all, I'm gonna show you the beat, which it's very important to me. I always focus a lot on beats. I'm gonna show you the beat, the drop without anything on top, just the beat, just the drums. Okay, so here it is. Here we go. it's very basic. We have the snares that I use a lot. We have other snares, more metallic sound. We had some sweeps. We had a little bit of African perk. And we had the kick drum, of course. So as you know, very basic stuff, but in the end, you know, all together, it gives a nice, you know, tribal vibe to it. And you know, this track was all about that, all about the you know, exotic vibe of it. And yeah, that's what I tried here. Then what we have here for the drop, we have this first sound. Which is a sound from Nexus. I use Nexus a lot. It's the plugin. This one is the PL Voice Plug 1, but it has the camel fat on it. And if I take the camel fat, it sounds like this. It sounds a little bit more, you know, robotic. So yeah, I prefer using you know, the camel fat, the first one. Yeah, please bear with me because maybe we're gonna have a shutdown in my computer. The thing is, this computer oftenly crashes. Yeah, it didn't crash, thankfully. But yeah, as you guys, some of you guys know, I use a lot of channels because I like detail a lot. And sometimes what happens is the computer keeps crashing on me, which happens with everybody. So if you're a bedroom producer, you can relate with this. It's not only, you know, you or the, you know, the bedroom producers that happens that happens to you, happens to everybody. So yeah, that's the thing. That's why I bounce a lot of tracks to save a little bit of memory and keep things from crashing. But then again, as I was telling you, yeah, I'm using the camel fat to create that robotic effect on the synth. Then for the main lead, I'm using the serum, as I told you. For those of you who want to try to recreate. And then again, you know, sometimes even in other tracks, you know, it's my trademark to use a couple of, and I'm going to show you closer. You can check here the pitch automation. I oftenly use them. It's kind of my trademark, just to give it that hype. Otherwise, sometimes the notes are just a little bit flat, and you create a little bit of dynamic if you use this kind of effect, and it goes something like this. So if you take it off, I'm gonna just take it off so maybe you can check the difference. It gives you a little bit of a pop to the sound. I love it, and it gives it that Arabic feeling. Then you have another layer. This is more like a mid layer. Then again, you notice the synth is very dry. The main lead, so you can listen to it again. So then I can use another layer, which of course it's not feeling the same frequencies, but it has a very big reverb to it. So so it gives a little bit of dynamic and space, a little bit of character to the sound. Then I'm using this one. Again, Serum. I love this one. You have to try it. This is the pack is Main Stage Ultimate EDM Drops. is the name of the pack. I told you I was gonna tell you some secrets. There it is. You can try to find this pack online. You can buy it. Also from Serum, this one. So yeah, as you can see, this is a little bit stacked. It has a lot of layers. Another one. Kind of more of vocal sample to it. Another one. This is the mid-low frequencies. And the last one, we have like an Arabic feeling kind of pluck. All together it goes like this. Okay, so we move to the second break. There's actually a couple of guys that are asking some questions. You're asking me if how do I make my melodies? Well, first of all, what I try to do is I laid out some chords as I did here, and then I try to write a top melody on it, something catchy, something simple, and that's what I did here. It's nothing fancy, but then again, people tend to like simple stuff, and sometimes we producers have some kind of way to make complicated shit that's not gonna work. It's not gonna work on the dance floor, it's not gonna work on the radio, so you might as well make something catchy, something cool, and then work the sounds, craft the sounds to make it interesting, different, and unique. So that's my advice to upcoming producers and guys that are starting out, and for everybody in general, because this is a rule for everybody. You have a lot of examples that of big tracks that have simple melodies, and they're not overcomplicated. So that's what I did here. It's very simple. I can show you again here in the project. So the main riff, the main lead, is something like this. Very simple. Which of course, first I created these chords for it. Very simple. This is actually silent. It's a preset called Shakalaka, but I don't remember the pack. I believe this is a stock pack. What I did is I opened a pitch envelope here, pitch A and B. I boosted the rate, I boosted the gain a little bit, but it's just a slight amount, so it gives it that kind of pitching, emotional effect on the chords, but not too much, as if it's like changing keys. So this is only a detail, the pitch envelope that I do here, A and B, and then you push the rate under, here is 1/16 and the gain really low, and you use a small amount here, so it gives it that kind of pitched vibe. Without it, it doesn't sound so good. I can show you. It's a little bit flat. So if I turn it on, it creates like a vibrato effect to the sound, which is cool. I'm using also kind of a robotic sound with silent. Also, Persian Santur, which is from Logic EXS24. It's and then again I'm using my trick here with the pitch envelope. So here we go. I can show you. We have also some kind of strings. We have some snaps. We have a lot of stuff. So yeah, this is the melody. As you see, we're using a lot of stacking, which is needed to to craft the sound. As I told you, this is a pretty simple melody. As you see, it's nothing super complicated. It's catchy, I believe, and it works. The thing is, I crafted the sounds in a way that, for me personally, this doesn't sound like any other track. So yeah, that's the secret, guys. You just have to experiment with simple melody, create an emotional chord, interesting, and then craft the sounds to be different, to be unique. Yeah, and then I'm using, of course, the thing that that's more characteristic to the track, which is the vocal that says bounce, which gives the title to the track, and besides the drop, which is very characteristic, of course. And along the track you have kind of a trademark sounds that I normally use. That's why when the track came out as a preview of the new year revealed after movie, everybody knew, yeah, this is KURA, because you guys know the snares that I use and a couple of style that I'm using at the moment, and I'm very happy about it, because I was always very that was something that I was pursuing for a long time, to get my own sound, my own style, and maybe I found it. Of course, I'm not gonna stick only to this kind of sound. I'm also making a lot of stuff different, and I believe that it's no problem to make different stuff, but yeah, to be unique. So yeah, and then the second drop, as you know, it's pretty much the same as the first one. After this, we have a build up again. And if you wanna just to show you, if you wanna have a closer look to what I'm using in the channels, sometimes people say, oh, that track is very simple and stuff like that. So yeah, this is just a small preview of what I'm using in each channel. So yeah, we're still going, and we're going, and we're going. Okay, so this is so that when you think sometimes, yeah, I'm not gonna do this because it's gonna take a long time, just try it. If you have an idea, if you want to process the sound 3, 4, 5 times, and if you're not gonna use it in the end, well, it doesn't matter, but at least you tried something to process the sound, to be unique, to have your own sound, to have your own style. That's very important. Don't stick to the stock sounds. You can use presets. There's no problem with it, of course. But then again, if you give it your own touch, it will be much better. Other thing that I'm gonna show you guys is I made a special edit of this track. So I'm really excited about it, and I'm gonna give away. Sorry, I'm gonna give it away for free for those who bought the track on Beatport. So what you got to do is, and we're gonna announce it tomorrow. What you got to do for now is you got to save your receipt if you bought the track on Beatport, and tomorrow me and Revealed are gonna show you, are gonna let you know what you're gonna do. Maybe we're gonna give you an email where you're gonna send your receipt, and you're gonna get this special edit for free. And I'm gonna show you real quick what we got in store for you. So this is a 140 BPM jungle edit of Bounce. Let me know if you like it. Okay, so yeah, basically this is it. It's just a jungle fever kind of track. It's called Bounce KURA Jungle Edit, and you have the second drop, which is a little bit harder still. I'm just gonna show you real quick. So yeah, this is basically it. We supposedly only had 30 minutes for this. We're almost, reaching the end of this live stream. I want to thank you guys for joining in, and I will like to answer some questions. So if you have a couple of questions, just let me know. Also, I would like to let you know, I was gonna forget about this. And yeah, I'm gonna be with the Reveal team, with the Reveal family. This is first news in first hand. I'm gonna be at Ushuaia this summer with the Reveal team, thankfully, and I'm very happy to be there with all the guys, all the talents, and also at 7th Sunday Festival in the Netherlands. So it's gonna be my first big festival in the Netherlands, in the Reveal tent. With all the guys, Thomas Gold, Danik, Sick Individuals, Julian Calor, all the Reveal family, Kill the Buzz, Joey Dale, everybody. So if you're around, just come pay us a visit. It's gonna be fun, as it always is. And yeah, let's make a party happen. And yeah, just shoot some questions. We got a couple of minutes till we finish this first live stream, and let's see. Is there sometimes you get nothing done in the studio? Of course, that's the struggle, and it's perfectly normal. There's sometimes that I come here and nothing good comes out, and I get a little bit frustrated. But then again, I remember we're not machines. You have a lot of guys that put a lot of music out, like 2 albums per year, but maybe they have a team which can help them produce music and give ideas, which is easier to work. Pardon. But then again, if you work alone, sometimes you go to the studio and you don't have a good idea. So if you don't do that, if you don't have good ideas, you just go out. Just go have a beer, go play PlayStation, go out. Don't be in the studio if you don't have good ideas, because you're just gonna get frustrated. And there's nothing wrong about it. Sometimes you're just not focused, or it's nothing interesting to do in the studio. So maybe if you're in the street and you have a good idea, record it and then come and execute it. That's the way I'm working right now. So if I don't have a good idea, I just don't come to the studio at all. How did I learn to DJ? Well, it was a long time ago. I'm a DJ for 10 years now. but I've only been producing for 6 years. So yeah, it started just for fun. You know, I was working on in a surf store. You know, I was just a kid. You know, and yeah, the owner of the store had some CDJ 100s. So maybe a couple of you guys don't really remember those. It was way before the 1000s and the 2000 Nexus. So yeah, he had them, and he had a mixer, and then yeah, I started, you know, just playing with it. I didn't really know what to do with it because I believe there was no YouTube at the time, no tutorials. I didn't went to DJ school, so I learned by myself. And then I bought also 2 turntables, and I mixed with vinyl, you know, all by myself. I learned alone. You know, it happened. I didn't have the money at the time to go to DJ school. So yeah, I had to learn alone, and I'm very happy and proud about it. So and it was a good experience for me, and everything changed for me when I started to produce 6 years ago. So, and I also learned to produce alone. Yeah, but with the help of YouTube and tutorials, of course. Yeah. Which plugin do I use mostly? Probably the one that I use in every channel is the FabFilter EQ. It's my go-to plugin. It's you know, just insane. But if you're talking about like a VST or a, you know, a virtual instrument, the fight would be between Nexus, Serum, and Silent. Yeah, those are my 3 main synths. Of course, I use a lot of Logic own plugins because they're not so heavy, and they're also very good. So yeah, I'm using the Omnisphere. Also, I bought it just recently, and it has a couple of interesting sounds. They sampled a couple of strange kind of African sounds, so I'm very into that, and I'm just exploring the plugin right now. So yeah. Advices for new producers. I mean, yeah, I've been telling you in the video is you have to make something to stand out, to be different. If you try to copy someone's style or someone's producing kind of, you know, methods, you're just gonna be a copy, maybe, you know. Otherwise, or you have like a big contact, but that's like a 1 in a million. So if you want to stand out, oops, sorry guys, we went out, but we're back. So I was just telling you that yeah, if you want to stand out, is you gotta, you know, you gotta make music. You gotta be willing to hear a lot of no's, which is perfectly normal. You cannot give up. It happens to everybody. Every guy that's on the top has heard 1,000,000 times the word no, and they didn't give up. You have a lot of examples like Calvin Harris. You have you know, all of those names. I can be here all day. You know, most of you probably don't know, but Calvin Harris worked on a, you know, in a supermarket. So so this is not easy it's for everybody. So you have to make music, try to be different, try to come up with something new. I've been also trying to do that for a long time since I've been producing, and only maybe now I have for the last 2 years, 3 years, I can say maybe 2 years, I can say I have my own imprint sound. It takes time. Some of you can have it like in you know, 2 or 3 tracks, and you find your own genre, your own imprint. Some of you are gonna take longer, but the thing is, you gotta keep going. And it's worth the wait sometimes. So yeah, that's my advice. How did I meet Hardwell? It was like, I believe five years ago. I was playing in a club in Lisbon. I was opening for him, and yeah, I was a fan already because I played his older tracks like King of the Beats, and you know, he made a remix of a big hit here in Portugal, which was like an African kind of hit, which was Chris Sabe in 2008. Also, I played his tracks, almost all his tracks before he was big. He had a project which was called what was called Spoiled Brats. Yeah, Spoiled Brats, which probably a lot of you don't know. He had a track called Bomboclats, and it was my favorite track at the time. So for me, it was like, wow, I'm gonna open for Hardwell, even though he was not big at the time. He was not huge as he is now. But you know, for me, it was huge honor. I met him there, but still, you know, just say hello and you know. And then of course, I kept sending music, and we met a couple of times. I opened for him at a big show in Portugal, like a few years later, and then you know he started to play my tracks, and yeah, thankfully he liked my music, and yeah, he's a very nice guy. Very happy for the support he's giving me, he and his team. So yeah, just happy and grateful for everything. Yeah. If you can send demos, yeah, you can send demos to promo@djkura.com. I'm actually hosting my own radio show tonight in like yeah, in like 40 minutes, something like that. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be live stream also. So it's called Ambush Radio, and I oftenly promote new talent on the show. So if you want to send your tracks there, just go to promo@djkura.com and send your music. I'll be happy to hear it, and yeah, if I like it, I'll play it. Yeah, just as simple as that. Yeah, more questions. Yep. So we're 6 minutes ahead of time, so I think we're gonna call it off. Just one last question. Okay. Is there any mean of your stadium? Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. A lot of people ask me why my name is KURA. I explained that a lot of times, but it's kind of a long story, and it's not very interesting. So I'll explain it in another opportunity. Yeah. And the last question. How do I do to make my drop sound fuller? Just some basic tips. What you can do is, you know, you have to have your drums in place. You know, you have to choose your drums, what you want to go with. If you want to go with a big kick, if you want to go with a kick and a bass, what style you want to do, because if you use a fuller kick with a lot of mid low frequencies, you don't need to use you know, so much stacking in the synths. But if you use something drier in the kick, maybe you have to use like you know, your main synth, then you can double it and, you know, go like 1 or 2 octaves lower. We're just talking, you know, in perspective. And then you can use another layer just to fill out some spaces that you're not using in the frequency spectrum. So you also have to analyze in terms of EQ what you're doing, so your stuff is not, your synths are not going to phase with each other, because they can conflict in frequencies. So you have to work a lot with the EQ, find spaces, cut spaces here, boost there. So yeah, but stacking is the way to go to have a full drop and to craft your sound to have something unique. So guys, that's it for me. Very happy to do this. Thank you all again for tuning in. Don't forget to buy my track Bounce, out now on Beatport via Reveal Recordings. All the top DJs are playing it. I'm very happy about it. We're number 18 in only 2 days on Beatport. And don't forget, if you buy it on Beatport, save your receipt. Tomorrow we're going to let you know how you're going to get my special edit for free, the Jungler edit. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Signing out. Bye.